Well, welcome to the Butts Park Arena, live in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Liam Cook come to you with exclusive commentary of Coventry United versus Godmanchester Rovers. We have just got underway here at the Butts Park Arena, and Coventry United already on the attack with a crossing with the left-hand side from Cameron Dunn, straight from the kickoff. On the front foot immediately, the red and greens. What a start for Terrenson's men. We'll get into your team news very shortly. 3 changes for Coventry United. And the corner second short, Cameron Dunn. In by Fraser, the diving header, and at the far post, Ryan Harkin couldn't quite convert. Within 60 seconds of the start here at the Butts Park Arena, Coventry United already putting Godmanchester under serious pressure. So your starting lineup now: Coventry United, number 1, Dan Moore; 2, Harry Sawyer; 3, Danny Fraser; 4, Adam Miles; 5, Chris Cox; 6, Luke Downs; 7, Cody Mullen; number 8, Riley Devoyle; 9, Ryan Harkin; 10, Benji Anamarco; and number 11, Cameron Dunn. For Godmanchester, 4 changes from their 2-1 victory over Newport Pagnell last time out. Rigby starting in goal, Newman at right back, Campbell on the left, Hall and Short in central defence. George Holman, Andre Williams, Adrian Bilic, Ed Randerson, Harry Roper and Johan Capella finishing off the starting 11. A free kick in the left corner of the penalty area for Godmanchester Rovers. An early chance for Andre Williams, who got the winning goal against Newport Pagnell. A crucial game for Coventry United in that one. Newport's playoff ambitions being halted somewhat. The Red and Greens still have to go to Newport Pagnell, of course. There is Andre Williams in. Out comes Dan Moore, and well gathered by the Coventry United number 1. And the throw out to Benji Anamarco. Got his goal on Tuesday night with a rare header for the pacey winger. And he's launching onto it now. Down the left-hand side with Cameron Dunn. Tangles with Newman. Referee's got a decision to make and says, get up. Anamarco looks on in disgust. Well, we've had 3 minutes here at the Butts Park Arena, and already Coventry United are in the ascendancy. And it's away by Rigby. Down the right-hand side, Cameron Dunn's up for the header and beats Andre Williams to it. Anamarco heads in front of Newman. There's Ryan Harkin back into the midfield, flicked away by Roper. Williams. Adam Miles in his first start in 6 weeks, getting stuck into the action. Sawyer thumps away from Johan Capella. Now Anamarco, heavy first touch behind to Cameron Dunn. Anamarco is making the run, as is Ryan Harkin, but it's out of reach for the top scorer, who still seeks that 30th goal of an incredible campaign. Down the heart of the field it goes, and it's easy pickings for Dan Moore on the left side of his penalty area. Clean sheet for the red and green shot stopper on Tuesday night. Daventry didn't have too much to do. Here's Luke Downs, restored to midfield. Sawyer behind to Cox. No Shea Palmer this afternoon. He's unavailable. Charlie Faulkner begins the first of a 3-match suspension for that red card at AFC Stoneham in the FA Vars. Lewis Wilson dropping to the bench, completing the 3 alterations. Downs, Devoyle called into midfield. Adam Miles at centre-back. Now it's with Ronnie Devoyle. Whipped in from the left-hand side. Harkin tries to bring it under control. Pokes it towards Cameron Dunn, but denied. Headed on by Randerson, who got the goal for Godmanchester to put them in front against Coventry United only 2.5 weeks ago. Congested fixture list to end the season for Coventry United. The season extended until the 18th of April. But Coventry still, including today, have 11 matches to play. It's Mullen over the back, and Anamarco racing towards the goalkeeper, but brought to a safe stop by Max Rigby. Zane Campbell at left back. Miles ducks, and it's an awkward one for Danny Fraser, but with the overhead kick able to prize it away from Andre Williams. And The job firmly finished by Danny Fraser. Here's Zane Campbell on the left wing for Godmanchester Rovers, who looks safe. Another season at step 5 confirmed after they were given a reprieve last year, finishing in 19th place. It dribbles out for a goal kick after Johan Capella's run. We'll also let you know what's going on at Ashton Gate as Coventry City take on Bristol City. Massive game for Frank Lampard and his men. Millwall defeating Hull City in the early kickoff. Mullen anchoring in midfield. One full time for the FA Cup. Arsenal safely through, beating Mansfield by 2-1. Eberechi Eze with the winning goal. Here's Adamarco. Behind to Fraser. And into his own half now with the skipper, Chris Cox. Made more Coventry appearances than anyone over his years with the club. Lofted right for Fraser. And he's seen it out for the throw-in, covered up by Zane Campbell. Campbell takes the throw level with his own area. Cody Mullen off the shoulder into the path of Capella. It's a high ball, but no accuracy on it. Dan Moore pats it out to Danny Fraser at left back. Now Luke Downs, Coventry United head into this game firm favourites. If results go their way, they could go second this afternoon, but with Marchtown taking on Easington, you'd expect a March victory there. Sawyer cuts in from the right into the centre circle with Cody Mullen, former the Neaton man Benji Adamarco, looking for a second goal in consecutive games. Down line with Fraser. Whips it in towards Devoyle. Short with a tall header. And Devoyle knocked over in the aftermath, and the referee says no. Devoyle holding the, Cameron Dunn, I should say, holding the knee. Ball sets the Red and Greens on their way once more. Adamarco through a crowded penalty area and picked up on the other side by Campbell. Zane Campbell now using those boots to perfection. Upfield towards Andre Williams, and a cushion header back to the keeper by Danny Fraser. Cox. It's Luke Downs, who earned a rest on Tuesday night, was in the squad but didn't make an appearance in what proved to be an uneventful but comfortable victory for Coventry United. Goals from Benji Adamarco and Cameron Dunn. Dunn named man of the match in that game. A fantastic performance from the United forward. Downs to Cox. Coventry's knocking it around their own ballpark at this stage. Mullen with free rein to pick his spot, and he's picked it perfectly to Danny Fraser. Heads it away from Newman. Here's Adamarco, beats Newman to the punch, and now Ryan Harkin to foil for the opener! Hit with feeling! Nine minutes gone, Coventry United have dominated the game, and Devoyle gives them the nod on the score sheet. Harkin kept them busy at the near post, allowing Devoyle to go unopposed, sticking his laces through it and almost bursting the net. Coventry United lead by 1-0. And Devoyle is at it again at the Butts Park Arena. So Devoyle with the opening strike for Coventry United. It's the perfect way for Terry Anderson's men to start the afternoon. They are looking good for a playoff spot, 6 points clear of 6th place. They spent the majority of the season outside of the top 5. And now the through ball into the penalty area from Godmanchester. Dan Moore gets there ahead of Johan Capella. He was covered off by the back line. Cox looking left and finds Danny Fraser, just skims off the boot on the left touchline. Throw into Godmanchester, 15 yards into their own turf. And the throw from Josh Newman. Now Andre Williams playing a little bit deeper. Now it's with the captain, Jamie Short. Plays it straight over the Coventry United defence and again into Dan Moore's front yard. Mullen wearing the number 7 shirt in the absence of Charlie Shaw, still suffering some breathing difficulties after that rather vicious knock into the advertising boards against Stoneham. Mullen blocked off by Capella. And Campbell's with him. Won't get the chance. Cameron Dunn getting his body between player and ball. A shove in the back. Referee says no. And Campbell continues. Still Zane Campbell. Deflected out for the throw. Level with the area. Waiting for the match ball to be redistributed, and here it comes. Campbell looks for a blue shirt. Godmanchester all in royal blue this afternoon. Coventry United in their usual strip of red and greens. Hooked down the right by Cox. Little shove in the back on Ryan Harkin. Devoyle sends it over, and Adam Marco one-on-one with the goalkeeper, chested and cleared by Rigby. And Cox, he's not trying to beat the goalkeeper, is he? It's not quite going to have the length on it. It was heading wide anyway, and a double-handed throw from Rigby, cutting across Cameron Dunn, denies the run of Josh Newman. Only one side in this game at the moment. Newman. Capella. And Newman, it's a poor ball down the right-hand side, straight out for the throw. About 5 yards into Coventry United territory, and you can hear the Soccer Rocks under 9s next to us, the Coventry United mascots who are cheering their boys on. Won their game 8-0 this afternoon. Devoyle. Behind with Chris Cox, now Adam Miles. Fraser plays a 1-2 with the centre-back. Rejoined Coventry United from Racing Club Warwick under the tutelage of Jamie Bakaski back then. Now the manager at Coventry, Alvis. Miles to Fraser. D1 by Fraser, just misses the head of Ryan Harkin, and Devoyle back to goal. Tried to lay it off for Cameron Dunn, but he snuck it back, deflected. Harkin's in there. It falls to Benji and Marco. Two-hand serve from Max Rigby. And fucked on that far side by Campbell. United had the throw in halfway into enemy lines. It's taken by Cameron Dunn. Luke Downs to Mullen. Sawyer covered off by Capella. And Mullen goes behind to the skipper, Chris Cox, keeping things safe at the back as he always does. Miles checks his run, plays it safe to Luke Downs. Dunn screaming for it on that far side, but Coventry encased on the near flank. Fraser lofts it into the centre circle for Chris Cox. Cox trying to find a route over the defence, headed away by Newman. Bilic. And mopped up by Cox. Adam Miles again. Adam Marco. Just had to wait on it to find Danny Fraser. Now Miles, Coventry United controlling possession well. And that's a fantastic, sumptuous ball down the right. Harry Sawyer crosses over Ryan Harkin. It's awkward for Newman, but it was perfect for Rigby. Gathered the ball on the bounce. 15 gone at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 1, Godmanchester Rovers 0. Intercepted there in the centre by Cody Mullen from Newman's ball. Fraser back to Mullen. Looked like it was through the legs there of Harry Roper. Downs onto the right side, it's with Harry Sawyer. Mullen. Cox, now Miles. Danny Fraser and Coventry United just knocking it around, keeping it well in their hands. Cox. Coventry's vast superior goal difference will surely play a part in the playoff race. They want to try and finish second so they can get 2 home games there. And the outstretched leg by Harry Sawyer catching out Zane Campbell. Free kick 10 yards into their own half for Godmanchester. And it's still 0-0 at Ashton Gate between Coventry City and Bristol City. There's no Premier League action this weekend because of the FA Cup. Williams flicked on for Newman. Barging in from the side, Cody Mullen, and draws in the free kick. No real complaints from Newman. He knew that he'd been caught short by the dynamic Coventry United centre mid. Let's have a look through the latest goings on in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Northampton Owen Chenix, who Coventry United face next weekend, are leading against GNG Obi Town. And the only, there's one more goal actually. Ayleston have just scored away at Amesbury. That's where Addison take on Leicester Nevada in a local derby. Brogbrook at home to Lutterworth. Marchtown United host Easington. We'll try and keep an eye on that one. Moulton at home to Hinckley. Big game in the playoff fight there. Northampton Surrey Rangers against Histon, who've really dropped off recently. Daventry travelling to Nuneaton, and Yaxley take on Newport Pagnell, who had to pick themselves up after losing to Godmanchester last time out. Still United playing keep away with Godmanchester. Danny Fraser. Pinballs off the Godmanchester man, but back to Fraser. And now it's Benji Adamarco looking to beat Newman for pace. It's Adamarco with a cross in and headed over his own goal by Jamie Short, and a Coventry United corner will follow. Cameron Dunn heads over to take it. Fraser offering the short routine. Now it's a routine they take. Devoyle calls for offside. Rightly waved away. And the cross is in towards Chris Cox. It was Ryan Harkin who got the header away with the offside flag up. They have been allowed to continue. Godmanchester as Rigby gathered it. Charlie Faulkner standing next to Chairman Ray Nowak. He's out of the next 3 matches. This hat-trick of home fixtures won't feature Charlie Faulkner. Ray Nowak celebrating 2 years with Coventry United and around 18 months as chairman. Newman has got Manchester for the first time this afternoon, knocking on the door. Roper, low dribble into the area. Miles clears as far as Andre Williams, who we know we've got a goal in him. Fraser shields from Williams, and one shove too many from the number 7. And Williams trying to explain that the linesman didn't flag, looked up and saw the flag raised high in the sky. Cox. 20 gone at the Butts Park Arena, soon to be renamed the Nick Newbold Stadium in honour of a valued member of the Coventry Rugby Club family. Adamarco. Shafted away by Newman, but with a bit of help from Cameron Dunn. Coventry United still on the assault, and Dunn a little too heavy-handed in marshalling Newman off the ball. It will be a free kick on the right side of their own area to Godmanchester Rovers. The United fans feeling they've not got the rub of the green so far in terms of the officials, but they are in front. And there's been 2 quick-fire goals in the Championship. Derby versus Sheffield Wednesday. A goal from Ben Brereton put Derby in front. But then Jerry Yates has equalised for the Owls, who of course are already down. Interesting fact, if you spell out the first letter of the names in the bottom 4, it spells out the nickname of Sheffield Wednesday. Oxford, West Brom, Leicester, Sheffield Wednesday. Spells out Owls. Maybe a touch of sympathy from the Championship faithful for Sheffield Wednesday, who will be playing in League One next season. Fingers crossed Leicester will join them. And West Brom. For some reason I just don't like that club song. Rubs me up the wrong way for some reason. Dan Moore. And Fraser was free down the left. He may have given up a little too early there. In fact, no, the offside flag's up. That's why Fraser gave up. We're almost halfway through the first half. 8 minutes in, Coventry United took the lead with Riley DeVoyle smashing home from close range. Coventry have dominated the vast majority of the game, but at the moment, not quite putting Godmanchester to the sword as they seem capable of doing. Roper, header away by Miles, but Coventry United firmly in danger here, and it's well jabbered at the near post. Dan Moore. Swept away by the keeper. Bilic. And Williams down line to Newman. Fancy feet to take it around Benji Adamarco. He had to get up pretty early in the morning to outskill Benji, but Cody Mullen steaming in on Harry Roper, and now the chase is on down the left-hand side. Benji Adamarco will get there, covered off by Newman. Behind to DeVoyle. Threads it into the box for Cameron Dunn, he'll be beaten to it, and Roper sees it out. And a goal for Northampton Soilby Rangers, 1-0 up at home to Histon through Luca Iacefano. Histon's playoff campaign falling to pieces recently. Oh God, Manchester on their Twitter saying that the ball had actually gone out before Roy DeVoyle tucked it home. We'll keep an eye on that one on the replay at half time. Bilic. And Ryan Harkin snuck under the nose of Campbell, but couldn't help him the first time of asking, but he has got it back. And now Ryan Harkin, his cross cannons off the defender. Bilic. Outstrengths Roy DeVoyle, and a pretty reprehensible dive from Zane Campbell, allowing Coventry United to regain position. The referee not impressed. Adamarco again has been central to everything Coventry United have crafted. Adamarco squares it for Harkin, couldn't turn and shoot, and Cameron Dunn smacks it against the back of Johnny Hall. Tangled on the right corner of the area, Rolly DeVoyle and Zane Campbell. Officials not in a mood to give anything. Look like a clear-cut free kick, potentially even a penalty, depending on where exactly the contact took place. It was right on the corner of the area. The throw-in has now been given to Coventry United, so Campbell must have got a touch. And the referee is unhappy with something that's been said. I think it's Danny Fraser who the ref wants to talk to. It is indeed the Coventry United left back and the captain, Chris Cox, also called into conference. And the ref in no uncertain terms saying, I make the rules here. If I say it's not a penalty, it's not a penalty. So no yellow card for Fraser for dissent. Coventry United will restart with Adam Marco and Harry Sawyer trying to get this throwing routine right. They couldn't. Holman. Campbell dispossessed there. Dangerous position by Cody Mullen. Cameron Dunn caught on the slide by Johnny Hall. Rigby away as far as Chris Cox, the captain. High lofted one for Harry Sawyer. Couldn't keep it within the confines of the park. It will be a throw into Godmanchester. 15 yards into their own turf, and a throw taken well out of position there. Well, certainly dropped out of position by Zane Campbell. Luke Morton, the Coventry United assistant manager, giving his 2 cents on the position of the throw-in. 18 minutes until half-time here on CUTV. Coventry United lead by 1-0. Can Andre Williams change that? Downs nonchalantly back heels after snatching it from Johan Capella. Here comes Harry Sawyer, a mainstay at right back after his return to the club from Rugby Borough. Mullen, and now Adam Marco with a chance to break down the right side. Harkins waiting for it in the centre. Still Adam Marco. Off the crossbar via a deflection. Adam Marco certainly got the taste for goal now. It's Rolly Devoyle on set-piece duty this time. Head away at the near post by Campbell. Out as far as Danny Fraser hit sweetly. Actually hit Benji Anamarco, who was offside. Still 0-0 at Ashton Gate between Bristol City and Coventry City. Sky Blues need a result, especially with Ipswich at home to Leicester City. Although they have improved, you would expect them to win there. The throw-in taken towards Roper. Now Capella cutting in. Johan Capella. There's no one in the area for Godmanchester, so a corner was the best they could get. Slidden out. I think Cameron Dunn toe poked it behind. Much better stream tonight here on CUTV after the last couple of away games have been lacking a decent signal. Manchester encased in a little pocket of the area. Now they fan out. Andre Williams in, and little Dan Moore had it covered, but Danny Fraser didn't get the memo. He's headed away at the near post. Andre Williams smothered by a combination of Downs and Fraser plays it along the right touchline, and it stayed in for Ryan Harkin. And played through for Cameron Dunn. Devoyle's there. Didn't get the chance to cross. Newman getting in the way, but given away cheaply to Harkin at the back by Roper. into a bit more space with Luke Downs. Now Anamarco, DeVoyle's free and plays in his former Albany teammate. DeVoyle, a bit too much power on that one, but it will reach Ryan Harkin on the right side of the box. Sawyer, Downs. Towards the halfway line with Chris Cox. Coventry playing it safe. Miles to Fraser. Clips it back to Cox. Now Sawyer gets the march on Roper and the cross off the standing leg of Josh Newman. Coventry United corner coming in from the right. 14 minutes until half-time. Coventry United 1, Godmanchester Rovers 0. Four times from the Championship. Blackburn 1, Portsmouth 1, and Hull 1, Millwall 3. Millwall really on a tear at the moment. It's a short corner taken to Harry Sawyer. Done. And DeVoyle knew as soon as that left his boot, it was heading straight out. Not his finest ball. Rigby plays it down the heart of the field. A little knock in the back from Andre Williams on Danny Fraser. Soft free kick, but a free kick nonetheless. Cox. Sawyer cuts away. Plays it behind to Cox again as the avenues were closed. Luke Downs. Anamarco, too much blue in front of him, and it's given away to Zane Campbell, who's swapped wings with Josh Newman, it appears. And Campbell plays it into no man's land, collected at the back. Adam Miles curtailing that attempted ball down the right wing. More to Cox. Danny Fraser. Appeals of offside against Anamarco. He did stray just the wrong side of Zane Campbell. Free kick to Godmanchester, who aren't looking like the same side who bested a playoff chaser in Newport Pagnell Town at Bearscroft Lane last time out. 2-1 victory. The winner coming from Andre Williams, who was rewarded with a start, one of 4 changes. And Rigby's giving it straight back to his opposite number 1 in Dan Moore, who's had a pretty seamless game so far. Miles, now Fraser. Chris Cox. Now Miles, who passed the fitness test before the game. Floating from Downs. Hooked back into play by Danny Fraser. And the defender gifts it back to the Coventry left fullback. Downs. Cox. So receives the clip from Cox. Look for Anamarco. Thumped out by Jamie Short. Coventry coming back for more. Downs. Cody Mullen's acres of space out wide for Sawyer if he can find him. And that's a great ball to Harry Sawyer into Harkin and hooked out by Hall. Kept in by Newman. Job done for Godmanchester. Here comes Capella. Wants a free kick and gets it. Cameron Dunn launching himself in the way. Did he get a little nick on the Godmanchester youngster? Seems he did. And there's been a goal at Ashton Gate. It's come from Tatsu Sakamoto. Bristol City 0, Coventry City 1. Alan Ward more than happy below us. He's ditched us for the Sky Blues most of this season. Can't say he's been missed much. Hey, joking. And the throw-up line from Danny Fraser. Bounces over Benji Anamarco. And Anamarco, a little shove from behind by Short. Referee says no foul. It will be a throw into Godmanchester. 10 to go until half-time. Coventry United now have a bit more of a game on their hands in the closing stages of this second half. Here's Dan Moore, closed down by Andre Williams. Competent kick from the former Worcester City shot stopper. Newman. And Newman goes to the ground under the challenge of Benji Anamarco. And it's gone all the way out. It's gone out for a goal kick. Or is it a throw-in right in the corner? We'll find out in a moment. I think it is going to be a throw-in. Will indeed throw in level with the penalty area, which Sawyer will take responsibility for. It's second short to Downs. Cox. Harking the target. And Cody Mullen clattered into as he boots the ball out of play. Somehow doesn't get the free kick. Terry Anderson and Luke Morton bemused by some of the officiating this afternoon. And the throw-up line headed on towards Capella. And now breaking through, Godmanchester for the equaliser here. Well covered up by Cameron Dunn. And Danny Fraser able to launch it clear with Bilic waiting for a chance that didn't come. Zane Campbell, Devoyle does well to stop the run of Campbell and blasted out against Campbell by Danny Fraser. Well, Devoyle asking why the free kick wasn't given, and now the referee is calling over Cody Mullen. Now Coventry United have a right to be unimpressed with some of the officiating this afternoon, it has to be said. Plenty of free kicks that could have gone Coventry United's way have fallen on deaf ears. I don't think there's going to be a yellow card for Mullen, but another talking to with the captain, Chris Cox. It's not the finest refereeing display I've seen this season, I've got to say. We're back underway with the throw-in. Mullen. Cox into Downs. Cox again, now Mullen, fresh from his ticking off from the man in black. 1-2 with Adam Miles. Mullen again, looks right and finds Luke Downs, filling in at right back there with Sawyer playing further up the field. Bilic intercepts. Randerson. There's a day late and a dollar short to that ball. Moore out to Downs. It's almost like Coventry United are toying with Godmanchester at the moment. They have the game completely under control. With all due respect to Gotti, they've offered very little at this stage. Lovely give and go football with Mullen and Downs. The through ball for Cameron Dunn, intercepted by Johnny Hall, and a collision in midfield. Referee gives play on, while Godmanchester and the Coventry United man stay down, and Williams looking to curl it in. Diving down to the right, Dan Moore, with the Coventry United faithful furious that the play was allowed to continue. It looks like Johan Capella for Godmanchester and for Coventry United. It's not as clear. I think it's Cody Mullen. Well, we've got just over 5 minutes until half-time here on CUTV, live with Liam Cook here at the Butts Park Arena. Make sure to hit that like button if you are enjoying this afternoon's coverage. And we're back next Saturday for the visits of Northampton Sowerby Rangers here at the Butts Park Arena. Now, the Butts Park Arena name is changing on the 21st of March. It will be officially renamed the Nick Newbold Stadium. So we've only got 2 weeks of the old Butts Park Arena moniker. The injury allowed impromptu team talks for both managers. Terry Anderson trying to get his message through to the Red and Green Army. And there's been a goal, and a crucial goal in the championship title battle. We were saying that Ipswich should be easy victors over Leicester. Ipswich are behind. Goal from Patson Daka, putting Leicester in front against Ipswich Town. Imagine if Leicester do Coventry a favour. I love the hoof from the back. And one of the softer free kicks given this afternoon. Cody Mulling receiving a little bit of a knock from behind from Johnny Hall on the right side of the Godmanchester half, about halfway in. Danny Fraser for Coventry United in the last dredgings of the first half. It's a half that Coventry United have controlled and really could have done a little bit more with it. And it is Fraser, it's low. Plucked away by Newman. And now Roper looks for the run of Andre Williams, the main scoring threat in this Godmanchester team. Poked out on the run by Harry Sawyer on the fringes of the Coventry United penalty area. Williams waiting for reinforcements, and Newman, who has swapped over to left back, will take the throw in. Williams. And Newman straight onto the chest of Luke Downs. The final ball has not been there for Godmanchester. The best they've had was that curling effort, easily saved by Dan Moore off the boot of Andre Williams. Dunn, who earned the Man of the Match award on Tuesday night. Mullen on the left wing with Danny Fraser. Looks for Ronnie Devoyle. That's Capella getting there first. Campbell. Anderson unable to bring it to feet, and it's back with Dan Moore, the Coventry United goalkeeper. Distributes before Williams could make a nuisance of himself. Now Miles plays a 1-2 with Downs, opening up a little more space at the back for the Red and Greens. Fraser across the penalty area to Chris Cox, the captain. Cox again appeals of offside. Ryan Harkin battling with Zane Campbell. He's got the better of him here. Harkin couldn't find a red shirt behind, and Bilic with a driven clearance as far as Danny Fraser, and Harkin, he is offside this time as he looked to squeeze it in at a tight angle. And another goal at Pride Park through Matt Clark. Derby 2-1 up against Sheffield Wednesday. Second time they've led this afternoon. Coventry still 1-0 up at Bristol City. But there's been a red card, and Joel Latibaudiere has been sent off for Coventry City in the 43rd minute. That will make things very difficult for the Sky Blues. So Coventry leading at Bristol City, but now down to 10. But crucially, Ipswich losing at home to Leicester. Screens of a Southampton situation for Coventry City. They played almost a full half without one of their defenders in Josh De Silva that day. Here's Cox. Mullen, it's been smooth sailing for the Red and Greens, but they need to try and get themselves a little bit more breathing room. Poke through towards Anna Marco by Roy Devoyle, but it's off peak. Last few seconds of normal time here at the Butts Park Arena. Added time will be announced shortly. It's a fantastic ball onto the chest of Fraser. Looks for a ball in from the left-hand side, headed away. Jamie short of doing the necessaries, now battling in the midfield. Cody Mullen and Rolly Devoyle. Flicked on by Cameron Dunn. Devoyle looks out wide. Harry Sawyer, chance to cross for Coventry United to get that second goal. And the pullback is into the area. Adamarco and Dunn racing towards that cross from Harry Sawyer. It's Rigby who is able to latch onto it. Andre Williams, deflected ball down the right-hand side for Zane Campbell. Shoulder to shoulder with Danny Fraser. Fraser gets the march on him as he tries to clear it straight back to Andre Williams. Coventry with everyone back here except for Adamarco and Harkin. The chance to strike for Bilic. Turns away from Cody Mullen. Now Matty Roper, Zane Campbell. Campbell's delivery, simple header clear by Luke Downs. Williams, we've not been told how much added time there will be. I wouldn't say more than 2 minutes. Campbell has got Manchester finally waking up in the last couple of, well, there we go. We've had 1 minute of added time and the referee has called it. Coventry United lead by 1-0 at the interval here at the Butts Park Arena. It probably could have been more. They dominated the opening 45 minutes here in the free-spired city. It's been smooth so far for Coventry United. More to come in the second half. Another 45 minutes of action coming your way here on CUTV. Halftime score, Coventry United 1, Godmanchester Rovers 0. Second half underway here on CUTV with Liam Cook. Half-time score, Coventry United 1, Godmanchester Rovers 0. A comfortable first half for the Red and Greens. They've got to see it through, ideally, with some more goals in the bank. Let's see what Coventry United have got in store for us in the final half of this match against Godmanchester Rovers. It's Godmanchester now kicking from right to left in front of us in the royal blue kit. Coventry United all in red with lining of green and black. And score update from Coventry City now 2-0 up in their game against Bristol City. But of course, they do have a man sent off in Joel Latibodiere, so Sky Blues will have it tough in the second half. But Coventry United, that 8th-minute goal, 9th minute I should say, from Riley DeVoyle, giving Coventry United a comfortable advantage. Here comes Ryan Harkin, embarking down the left-hand side. Zane Campbell gets in behind and punts it back to the keeper. It's rolled onto the deck by Max Rigby. And Rigby down the heart of the field. Headed on by Craig Gillies, who's come on as a substitute. We'll let you know who he's come on for in a moment. It looks like it's Johan Capella who's come off. So Gillies on for the remainder of the match here at the Butts Park Arena. It is indeed Johan Capella who has left the field at half-time. And shepherded back to Dan Moore of that boot from the back. Here's Sawyer. Adam Miles across to Chris Cox. Coventry composed, controlled. And Cox going long again. And Adam Marco looking to beat the goalkeeper to it. He was just inside his area. There were appeals from Godmanchester Rovers that the ball was out of play when Coventry United scored their opening goal through Riley DeVoyle. We'll have a look at the highlights when we can, but the goal stands and Coventry United really could have had a penalty earlier on in the game as well. So it all evens itself out. Campbell, who's swapped back to right back and connects with Cameron Dunn. Free kick Coventry United, Dunn caught on the knee. So Dunn taking a little while to get back to his feet. Excuse me. Oh, there's a hat-trick. It's played across the back line by Danny Fraser. Here's Cox. So the targets and just out of range. The Coventry United right back flies out for a throw-in just in front of the penalty area. Throwing upfield, Gillies, and Mullen launching himself onto the skipper's back. Free kick given by the referee. I don't think you can say fairer than that on that one. Now it's a floater from Rigby. Met in the air by Cox. Campbell. Dunn covering off well. And on Andre Williams, but a soft free kick given by the referee. The arm out by Cameron Dunn on Williams. Enough for the whistle to be blown. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Time really does fly when you're having fun. Coventry United 1, Godmanchester Rovers 0. Spare for the commentator. I'll be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow for the Grand Prix. Fighted in by Williams, and the header across the penalty area, collected by Cody Mullen. And skews it out to the right. Godmanchester, few wry smiles there as they can see there may be an opening to get back into this game. And the throw from Newman, who's swapped to the right again. Campbell and Newman swapping flanks numerous times in this game. Turning out for another throw-in. Level of the area, Godmanchester looking to build something on what has been a quiet afternoon for the away side so far. Newman with options, hooked on by Gillies. Downs tried to flick it away, but Andre Williams with a chance on the edge of the area. Space out wide, Godmanchester looking to edge himself back into this one. It's Andre Williams. Switches play to Newman. It's high by Newman. It's dipping towards the Coventry United net. And more safe hands from the red and green's number 1. Harkin in midfield. And Williams forces the throw. Knocks it out off the Coventry United top scorer. Looking for goal number 30 is on there. Well, I guess you could call it a goal drought for Ryan Harkin. 2 games have had a goal, and the throw in from Zane Campbell is judged to be a foul throw. And the goal in the game at the Swansea.com stadium. Swansea leads Stoke by 1-0. That goal coming from Zan Vipotnik. Here's Cox at the back for Coventry United. It's a high one towards Benji Adamarco, just missing the header against Johnny Hall. Holman. And Mullen able to cushion it out on this near side in front of Hall. Throw in Godmanchester just in front of the CUTV camera. And talking of CUTV, there will be a highlights package as always. We'll try and get uploaded tonight. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the notification bell to be notified when our videos go online. We'll also be talking to members of the Coventry United management and playing staff after the game as well. Let us know who you want to hear from. Downs. Here's Mullen. It's been a contrived start for Coventry United in this second half. Downs to Devoyle. Cody Mullen. Acres of space out wide for Benji Adamarco, and Adamarco is found. Squares it for Mullen. Does he fancy a hit? Still Cody Mullen. He does hit it, bounces into the gut of Rigby. And a throw out wide for Andre Williams. Campbell making the overlap. It's took a nick off the boot of Adam Miles for a throw-in. Oh God, Manchester already look like a team with a little bit more confidence. Campbell. Miles winning that aerial duel, poked back into defence by Devoyle. Now it's Chris Cox, vice-captain to captain. Adamarco heads on the ball in front of Newman. Hall will trap back and get there, but sticks it into the chest of Benji Adamarco, who will keep it in the right-hand corner. Into the centre for Devoyle. Just flicks it away from Holman on the slide. Adamarco. Men back now for Godmanchester. The avenues are closing up, but back heel by Sawyer into Adamarco. Dipped over the head of Ryan Harkin into Rigby's hands. Big win for Coventry United under 21s this morning in the Midland League Challenge Bowl. 5-1 victors over Stourport Swifts. There will be highlights of that game as well on Monday afternoon. And as Adam Marsh tries to get his boots with the ball, Craig Gilly sticking his head in there, and it's a free kick for a high boot, but although it wasn't exactly high. And the goal at Bramall Lane, Sheffield United heaping more misery on West Bromwich Albion. 1-0 leaders there through an own goal from George Campbell. Here's Zane Campbell for Godmanchester, headed out of the danger zone by Cox. Adam Marco looking to mop it up, but Johnny Hall says no thank you, I'm putting that back in. Brought down. Dan Moore gathering the cross. 35 minutes to go here on CUTV. Coventry United 1, Godmanchester Rovers 0. Coventry United at the moment just seeing this game out. They're not under any real duress. Maybe try to save some fresh legs for the huge amount of fishes coming up, and miscommunication between Ryan Harkin and Benji Adamarco. Harkin trying to knock it through for Adamarco. Adamarco staying a little more central. I think he was hoping for the knock back from Harkin. And Johnny Hall in converse with the referee. I'm not entirely sure what, but he's unhappy about something. I think he may believe that Adamarco was offside. And there's more change coming for Godmanchester Rovers. Another change being prepared while Coventry United sending their subs for a warm-up. Stanley Dube back in the squad this afternoon after missing the game against Daventry on Tuesday. Pulled up in the warm-up. Gillies and Andre Williams. Hitting it from range, but no power behind it. Skewed to the right. And there's been another red card at Ashton Gate. This time it's come for Bristol Rovers. Adam Randall sent off in the 56th minute. Bristol City, I should say. They're about as good as Bristol Rovers from the looks of this. So Bristol City now down to 10 men too. So Coventry 2-0 up. Oh, so it's not a Saturday if you don't get some stick from the Red and Green Army, is it? About 10 years of this. It's put about 20 years on me life. But yeah, Coventry City are 2-0 up at Bristol City, and it is a red card for Bristol. Coventry 2-0 up through Haji Wright and Tatsu Sakamoto. But here at the Butts Park Arena, seems to be renamed the Nick Newbold Stadium. Coventry United still 1 up through Rolly DeVoyle. Sawyer over the head of Andre Williams, catching it just in the nick of time. Danny Fraser on the left side. Sawyer playing a bit more centrally at the moment. Our Coventry United changing shape. Cox floated towards Cody Mullen, headed back for Cameron Dunn. Runs into the challenge of Zane Campbell. Forceful from Campbell, but got the ball cleanly, but wastes it by just punting it towards the left-hand side. Coventry United throw in a real waste for Zane Campbell. Throw from Sawyer to Luke Downs, back to Sawyer, back to Downs. Up the right flank to Benji Adamarco. Cameron Dunn playing more centrally. The number 10 role at the moment loses out to Matty Roper. Roper can't find a blue shirt. DeVoyle back to Dan Moore. Here's Downs. Adamarco dropping deep, shoulder to shoulder with Bilic. Downs across to Sawyer, and everything that Coventry United are faced by Godmanchester, they are dealing with to perfection. It's a very controlled game for Coventry United, not spectacular, but all they need to do at this stage of the season, keep picking up points. That's all they have to do to find themselves in those playoff positions. Here's Adamarco. Plays a 1-2 with Mullen, and Sawyer on the turn, looking for a cross from the right-hand side, off balance. Intercepted by Bilic. Cox keeps Coventry United on the front foot with the interception. Driving down the right-hand side, the captain. It's in by Cox, gathered at the near post. Max Rigby, Cox calling back to his former days as a central midfielder. We'll let you know what's going on in the United Counties League in a moment. Adamarco. And looks like Cameron Dunn, the defender slid. Out comes Rigby. Made himself look big. And getting the crucial block as Dunn looked to slot it through one-on-one for 2-0. Sawyer through the middle, straight to Rigby, straight into another Coventry United attack. And score update from Robin Goodfellow's Lane. It is Marchtown United 2, Easington Sports 0. They've just scored in the last minute, so at the moment Coventry United will stay third in the United Counties League Premier Division South. But they are solidifying their position at this stage. Across from Williams. And hit with venom of the post by Bilic. As the Ring Green Army say, it is very much a warning shot from Bilic. A wake-up call for Coventry United. They are not home and dry yet. Well, as things stand, Coventry United, with Moulton drawing 0-0, they will be 7 points clear of the playoffs. Ayleston at the moment up to 6th, with a 2-0 lead in their back pocket, as they take on Ainsbury Rovers. Here's Campbell, bursting down the left flank. Sawyer in the way, cross in by Campbell, and headed in. Coventry United didn't take the warning. Craig Gillies rising above Dan Moore. Coventry have controlled the day, but now the score sheet is well out of their control. Gillies from the bench, nodding past the keeper. It is 1-1 at the Butts Park Arena. Terry Anderson barking at his players, get a grip, get back into this, get the lead back. Well, on the basis of the game, Coventry United should be well in front. But the score sheet doesn't care about your performance, it only cares about how many goals you score, and Craig Gillies has got Godmanchester back on terms. Goal for Godmanchester Rovers, score number 15, Craig Gillies. It's level pegging at the Butts Park Arena, and Coventry United with work to do. They can't rest on the laurels, no, they have to go out and get that lead back. Here's Adamarco looking for Ryan Harkin, touched away by Bilic. Down the middle, it's between Andre Williams and Craig Gillies. Luke Downs. As the sky starts to darken, we could be in for some rain here. Adamarco, and it's off the shoulder of Adamarco, flicked onto him by Josh Newman, and a goal kick will follow. And I dare say change will follow from the bench with the likes of Nehemiah Zazi, Stanley Jube, Charlie Shaw on there. And it looks like Nehemiah Zazi's just been for a warm-up. And Zazi is going to be introduced. The substitutes board is being prepared. This will not be a simple 1-0 win for Coventry United. It's not as if they've had bags of chances, but they've just dictated the pace of the game. Now they need to go on an all-out assault. Here's Cameron Dunn, snatched from under his nose by Holman. Campbell, screaming past Dunn. Into the path of Danny Fraser. Fraser hooks it down the left-hand side, just out of reach of Ryan Harkin, who's been very much a bit part player this afternoon, has no service. Outmarked really by the Godmanchester defence. Deflected there for a throw-in on the far side in front of the Godmanchester faithful. But there is some good news for Coventry United. Nuneaton led by Stuart Hendry's goal in the 36th minute. Daventry then had a man sent off in former United man Archie May Corcoran. But Daventry have just equalised with their captain Luke Knight. So it's Nuneaton 1, Daventry 1. The most important thing for Coventry United is getting the 3 points, which at the moment they do not possess. It's 1-1 with 25 minutes to go. That header from Craig Gillies really changing things in the Butts Park Arena. Here's Adam Marco. Sawyer. Godmanchester second half, everyone back. You think a couple more points on the board would make Godmanchester ultimately safe from relegation. That launch from the back from Chris Cox, charged down by Craig Gillies. Now Coventry United supporters trying to rally their boys on. But their saviour could be about to be introduced. Nehemiah Zazi is primed and ready from the bench. He was set to start against Daventry on Tuesday, had to pull out due to illness. Downs through the centre circle. Danny Fraser. Now Miles. Cox calling for it, and here is Chris Cox. And the ball to Adam Marco is intercepted. But Anderson unable to find Gillies. That's strike up field. Downs. Now Mullen. Sawyer is free along the right flank. Harry Sawyer bobbling into the hands of Max Rigby. And Ashton Gate, it's still Bristol City 0, Coventry City 2. Both men down, both sides, I should say, down to 10 men. Gillies look for Randerson down the left, hit the shoulder of Chris Cox and back with Dan Moore. Devoyle. Here's Ryan Harkin, chest control against Campbell, but Campbell not to be denied. Matty Roper turns away from Coventry United pressure. Campbell high one into the area, too high for Craig Gillies, and more quickly rolls to Chris Cox. Harry Sawyer. Devoyle dropping deep from midfield. Coventry could have to go 2 up top for the remainder of the game. Devoyle flanks it towards Chris Cox and headed out on this near side. And here comes the Coventry United change. So it's a straight swap for Coventry United. Nehemiah Zazi replaced by Ryan Harkin. Sorry, Zazi replacing Harkin, I should say. Well, Zazi and Adam Markov, so certainly a method to this change. Mullen to Adam Marco. Shields the ball from Hall. It's a powerful one towards Sawyer. Covered up by Newman. And Mullen in towards Zazi. He was just a couple of paces behind it. It's patted out by Rigby. Easy could have caught it. Adam Marco. Zazi, little shove from behind. Referee says nothing doing. Sawyer is onside. In by Sawyer. And Cameron Dunn with a deft flick towards his left. Denied by Rigby. Well, both times Coventry United have had to do it the hard way against Godmanchester at Bearscroft Lane 2.5 weeks ago. They went behind through Randerson's goal. They ended up winning 3-1 that night. And they're going to have to use their vast array of substitutes to their advantage again, like they did that night. And Marco smacks it against Johnny Hall in a corner. can hear the Red and Green Army getting behind their squad, and they need that support. 20 to go at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 1, Godmanchester Rovers 1. That equaliser from Craig Gillies, pegging Coventry United back. And from the corner, Cameron Dunn looks to restore the lead. It's deep towards Cody Mullen. He felt a little hand in the back from Johnny Hall. Not enough for the referee to blow the whistle. It's all the way out the other side for a goal kick. So Rigby clearance, headed on by Adam Miles. Nehemiah Zazi, the substitute striker, wrestling with Campbell. DeVoyle deflected out for a United throw. Cameron Dunn waiting for options, and it will be Cody Mullen who takes it. Adam Marco, back to Mullen, back to Adam Marco. Fraser. Now Cox. We've Adam Miles. More change of foot for Coventry United. Stanley Juve and Charlie Shaw on the touchline, ready to be introduced. Adam Marco sweeps aside his opposition. Will retain effort. Rigby brings it to a safe halt. Rigby. Off the side of Sawyer's boot. Neat control by the right back. And Marco flipped over Zazi's head. It was looking like a good ball for Cameron Dunn, if not for the defender. Roper. Andre Williams with a little pocket of space on the right. Covered up by DeVoyle and Danny Fraser. And he's beaten all of them. Great determined run by Andre Williams. Handball claims the arms clearly by the side. It looked like it hit the shoulder of Luke Downs to me. DeVoyle. It's a long looping ball for Adam Marco, forced under the pressure of Short, and the referee blows in favour of Coventry United, left side of the penalty area. Free kick for the home side. Oh, we've just been talking actually with myself and the supporters about the Ipswich-Leicester game. Ipswich have just equalised. So it's 1-1 between Ipswich and Leicester, but still a draw is a good result for the Sky Blues. DeVoyle, he's done some fabulous things with free kicks this season. Both hands to it, Max Rigby. Campbell flicked on. Harry Sawyer, should have been a simple ball to the left, intercepted by Andre Williams. And there's been another change for Godmanchester Rovers. The number 14 has been brought on. And that would be Ben Seymour Shove. It looks like he's been brought on for Ed Randerson. Coventry United losing a little bit of impetus over the last few minutes. Here's Seymour Shove. Now Gillies. Drifting left, covered up by Adam Miles. Looked behind to Newman. Chris Cox shepherding the ball back to goal. Will he be able to keep it from Gillies? And just shoves Gillies over the line. So double change for Coventry United. Cameron Dunn and Rolly DeVoyle hauled off, and in their place Stanley Jube up front, and Charlie Shaw takes over in midfield. 15 to go at the Butts Park Arena, still 1-1 between Coventry United and Godmanchester Rovers. It's a game that Coventry United would have thought would be an easy victory heading into this one. It's been anything but. They controlled the first half, but the second half, Coventry United have fallen foul of Godmanchester's work from the bench. Adamarco, he's got Zazi racing past him. And here is Nehemiah Zazi. He's out wide, looking for Jube. Caught in the near post, the keeper getting onto it. Newman striding up from the back. It will be a great point for Godmanchester Rovers if they can hang on. And another change for Godmanchester. It looks like the number 12 has been brought on, Jamie Mastro Piero. He's been brought on for Harry Roper. Williams prevented from getting there by Danny Fraser. Here's Cox. Floating left towards Jube, headed up by Campbell. Zazi brings it down. Felt under the weather on Tuesday, hence why he didn't play against Coventry. They're going to need his goals this afternoon. Clipped right by Cody Mullen. Here's Harry Sawyer taking on Newman. Sawyer's delivering into the area, looking for Benji Adamarco. Met the near post by Hall. And Cox lets that one dribble out. Luke Downs. United need all their difference makers to stand up and be counted. Downs. Harry Sawyer. Adamarco covered off but gets there. Past Bilic. Here's Ben Seymour shove. Aimless ball down the left flank. He was asking Craig Gillies to make the run, but I don't think the Roadrunner was getting to that ball, let alone Craig Gillies. Downs. Now Fraser. Cox. Sawyer's timed his run perfectly, and Cox has played the ball perfectly. Sawyer's delivery. Hall, crucial header at the near post. And Andre Williams sending it long for Ben Seymour's shove. Downs his back. Heads it back to Moore and quickly rolled out to the number 6 once more. Downs. Harry Sawyer. Now Cox. No clean sheet for the Red and Greens this afternoon. They've got to go out and find these 3 points. Games like these should be easy pickings for Coventry United. They've not lost at home since the opening day against Aylestone Park, should say. Could Godmanchester be the first team since July to defeat Coventry United on home turf in the league? Sawyer receives from Chris Cox. Floated in, and Zazi got his head to it but couldn't send it goal bound. It ends up to the far side of the field. Zane Campbell. Seymour shove with a shove into Adam Miles. Headed on by Fraser, now Luke Downs. Still Downs. Godmanchester playing compact at the moment, leaving the wings exposed, but they're dealing with the crosses well. Harry Sawyer. Still going Sawyer. And it's towards Charlie Shaw. Flick clear by Holman, and the job firmly finished by Zane Campbell. Downs. Here's Chris Cox, the centre-back. And Chris Cox with a difficult pass given away to Ben Seymour Shove, who tried to catch Dan Moore off his line. It would have been a conversion if Cov Rugby were playing here, but it'll do nothing with a game of football on. Another change coming for Godmanchester Rovers. Here's Shaw. Now Jubes, Sawyer's got plenty of space, just avoids the slide of Craig Gillies. Now it's Harry Sawyer, Jubes with him, Jubes onside, pulls it back, stopped at the near post. Johnny Hall is mopping up everything. And they've only got 10 minutes to find this winner. Sawyer is doing his level best to get Coventry United back in front, but Godmanchester are defending heroically. Williams. Gillies is free in the area, headed by Gillies, well wide. And Lewis Wilson will come on for Coventry United the next time of asking. Substitution for Coventry United. Please show your appreciation for number 6, Luke Downs. Replaced by number 15, Lewis Wilson. Further change for Godmanchester. Bilic withdrawn. I believe it's Ollie Tyler who's been brought on. Substitution for Godmanchester Rovers in the field. Number 8, Adrian Bilic. Replacement number 16, Ollie Tyler. Adamarco. Now Charlie Shaw. Sawyer with a chance to whip it in. Newman shoulder to shoulder. Sawyer's got the better of him. Chance for Coventry United. Harry Sawyer. Zazi! Blocked on the line. The defender got back. Over a kick from Mullen. And Zazi in there again. Brought down by Rigby. A defender able to get his body in the way before it could cross. Is it going to be one of those days? Danmore away. Short. And Zazi in with a challenge. Here comes Lewis Wilson. Has slipped into the Hemi of Zazi. Men are back for Godmanchester. And he runs into Johnny Hall. Throwing level of the area. United have got to start getting their chances in. Squeaky bomb time at the Butts Park Arena. A nervy finish. And we've not had too many of those this season in CV1. Jube. Hall again. It's been fantastic for Godmanchester in the second half. And now Ollie Tyler. Breaking down the right. And Seymour Shove was waiting for him. He's played it a little further through than Seymour Shove was hoping for. Dan Moore. Perfectly to the feet of Benji Adamarco. He's got Mullen on the left-hand side. Adamarco going alone. Zazi. Oh, and he tried to flick it down the right for Mullen. Adamarco was down the left. Time quickly running out for the Red and Green. 6 to go. Godmanchester taking their sweet